What I'm going to do now is I'm going to start the engine and then let it run to get hot and give it an oil change. I've run the engine for half an hour.
This is the off position, but this is your oil valve. Make sure you turn that on so you can pump it out. These pumps really are amazing. If I had to get underneath that engine and try and get to the sump knot, it'd be impossible. So this makes it so much more user friendly. Thank you, Beta, for letting us service our own engines. Snap that drain off. I want to get every speck of black oil out of this engine. See it steaming, can't you, look?
That's it. Bowl under there.
Annoyingly, the camera fell down, so I didn't get the me taking the oil filter off. But there you are. There's the oil filter. It's only hand tight.
5th for the 4th 20. I changed it last time. There you are. Look, put it on there. It's the oil filter. There's a part number if you need it. Proper Beta Marine filter, and it cost me £9.60. Lot. It's not bad. I'll put oil and grease on that seal. I've also put the date on there, lot. Service date. Alrighty then. Back in we go there. Screws back on. Come on, baby. There we are. That's hand tight. That's it. That's job done. This is the oil I'm using. 1540 diesel, gasoline and diesel oil. That was about 25 quid, I think, for that. So far it's 35 quid to give it an oil filter and oil change. And of course another litre here lot I had to buy as well, because it takes 5.5 litres, so I have to buy another bloody litre. It's a pain in the arse. That's a tenner, just like 1 litre, and it's 20 something for that 5 litres. Mad, isn't it? Making sure that valve over there is turned off.
I don't know about you, but I get a great sense of satisfaction from putting fresh oil into an engine.
It's a little bit under there, look. I've got to run the engine yet and then recheck it. A little bit more of the old 1 litre one. I know it takes 5.5 litres, so a little bit more in. That's it. All it needs. Start it and then let it run for a minute. I'll let it run for a minute. Just going to wipe that off. Just recheck it. A little bit under there, look. There's that hole. That's your marker. I mean, technically that's that hole is your marker there, look. See that one there? So I'm just a little bit under that. I'll show you again. So a little bit more oil in there, just a smidge. That should do it. Let that run down a second. I think that'll do. There we are, just a little bit under, so it is cold oil still. Oh, there we go, look. Perfectuous Mundo. Nice clean oil, I love it. Here is the air filter. There's the part number if you need it. Beta Marine air filter, and that cost me £12. And there's your air filter, just slips off. Clip these, and as you can see, I've changed the this air filter for 2 services now, so you don't need to change every service. What I did last service, I just there's the air intake. The worst offending bits are that bit there. See that there, look. So I just turn it around a little bit on each service. So see there, look. I've turned it there and there and there, probably 3 times even. So it's time for a new one. There's the new offending article. Come on, baby, out we come. A nice new clean. There's a difference, look. Nice new clean air filter. It just slips in there like so. And that goes on top. There's no particular pattern to that, and they just clip down. Very, very simple. Come on, baby, he says. I'll just do it with one hand. A little bit of a wipe on there. Last time I serviced it, I put a note on, but it doesn't appear to be visible now. So I'm going to Tipex this on now. Let it off. This is my old service reminder. So I've changed it on the 25th 11th 20. That Tipex just rubs off with a bit of cleaner. Right, back on. This just slots back onto that tube there, look. I don't tighten it real bad. Just as long as it's a tight fit when it goes on. There we are. Tighten that down just a fraction on that screw there. And then that's that.
This is the diesel fuel filter. I'm just using these rubber straps that you get from Alfords and places like that. They do all filters, fuel, whatever filters.
Right, fuel filter loose. There's a fuel filter part number if you need it. Beautiful rippers. Put the filter on there now. The way to prime it is push that in a few times there, look, until it becomes stiff, and then you see that 10mm there, look. I'm just going to undo that. If you can see that or not, I'll just let the air out. Did you hear that? Get the air out, you can see it there. There we go. Wipe that access off. Tighten that up. So you prime it. The pipe leading from the filter. There's your priming pump, and the pipe leading from the filter goes down to that 10mm there. Just let the air out. Clear it up afterwards. Don't leave it. And that's that filter done.
This filter, as far as I know, which I haven't changed yet, if you do have to change it, I'm not sure. I think it's just designed to capture water. If there is any water in the fuel system before it goes up to the fuel filter itself. There's a 10mm bleed bolt on top there, as you can see there, look. Underneath there is a butterfly screw that you just unscrew, let some fuel out, and hopefully there's no water in it. This should be just pure diesel here now with no water. If there's water in it, you've got a problem. No, that looks good. If these filters need to be changed, can you please let me know in the comments, and I'll pick one up. You get rid of the oil at the local tip, or sometimes mariners will take the oil off you.
Start, because sometimes there'll be a pig after you put fuel filters on them. So, there's a bit of air in that still then. Let's just see if you can prime that again. until it's stiff, and then hopefully release some of that air. Not there in it. Let's try it again. Come on, baby. There we go. $18mm spanner on that. Look there, look. You see that one there? That's your dipstick. That's, but Gearbox is a PRM 120D2, and it takes automatic transmission fluid. Here's your dipping of the sticking, bear with me. There's your dipstick. Be mindful, these are, it's really nice and clear, to be honest. It's, you can't really focus on that. But they're all got special washers, these have, look, they've got these special not crush washers, but they've got a rubber seal inside. You've got to be careful of that, don't lose that. All I'm going to do is use this good old trusty syringe. Use your don't use your sump plug. Now you see that?
I find this method a lot easier. I did used to try and get this sump plug out, but it was just an absolute pain in the arse. So I got this old syringe and a bit of pipe on it. So make sure you don't drop that rubber pipe inside it, whatever you do.
Another syringe full, I think, and that'll do it. I know this gearbox takes about 650 millilitres, but I always like to measure it when I take it out. Okay, just over. Put that into there. Now, not just gearbox oil straight into my gearbox. I'm going to check it on the dipstick. You can see. Can you see there, lot? You got two marks. I'm just going to check it for that mark there. Oil is pretty. That is about a year or so old. This oil is a lot blacker than what I thought it would be. It should be a nice red. Okay. Dipstick back in. And then out again. And it's very, very important not to overfill these. It can damage the clutch with a high pressure, apparently. Now that is that much over there, lot, so I need to take some out. Alright, screw that all the way out again. And now, looks like I'm right on there, right on the dip there, but I'll check it again. Check, check, recheck, and check again, and recheck. And then I've got to check it when it's hot as well. So after a good run, I'll recheck it. Right, screw that back in again.
There should be an identification plate on your gearbox. Depending on what gearbox you've got, you need to go to your manufacturer's specifications about the oil and how much oil it takes.
Still just a little bit over, so I'm going to take a little bit more out. My trusty syringe.
the last time I changed the gearbox oil, I made the mistake of checking the level just by resting the dipstick on top of the gearbox, which means there was too much oil in it, and it didn't off. When you put it into gear, it made a clunking sound. But now I've got the right level. It's really smooth. Just that little bit of oil makes a big difference. It's amazing. Give it a nice wipe and clean over. I also greased my gearbox cables, you see there, look, and my throttle cable as well. And I checked the coolant, but I didn't show it in the camera because I was lazy. Anyway, that helps you when you're servicing your Beta 38, and please watch again.